Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. On today's episode, we have a reasonably new Alpine monoblock. It's not the newest model, but I believe that it's a couple of years old. This is the pdx-1.100. This amplifier is a 2 ohm stable, so you can't run it on 1 ohm. But the bonus of this one is it is meant to make 1000 RMS at 4 ohms and 1000 RMS at 2 ohms. Now I'm assuming that's because it wants to combat that rise. So we'll definitely be checking that out. So first off, we'll run you through a couple of little features. Nice heavy heatsink. Now you might notice that there's a cap missing here, but these actually unscrew. And this is your mounting sort of situation. So you take them off, you put your screw in there, and then you screw the caps on so it gives you that nice clean look. There's no sort of brackets hanging off the bottom. You do just have a simple LED here on the top. Unfortunately, there is no protection light, so that just lights up blue and that's about it. So if it doesn't work, you don't really know what's going on. On the front of the amplifier, you have your 4-gauge inputs, so your ground, your remote, and your positive. You can use these angled inputs that go in diagonally and then allow you to run your wires out straight rather than down into the bottom, which then can potentially cause your amp to be propped up. You then have 4 25 amp fuses. You then have your plugs. You do have 2 plugs, positive and negative, to run 2 separate subs into the amplifier, but they are bridged internally. So whatever you wire them to will bridge them automatically. Then you have your standard RCA inputs. Now, I will admit, I don't like these. These are very similar to the very old Molex plugs. You aren't able to wire the amplifier up at all unless you have these. Yes, you can buy them, but they are quite expensive. I've seen a pair sell on eBay for like $50, $60, which is insane. Considering if you lose these, that's it. There's no way of wiring in your speakers to the amplifier. So these remind me of like the old Orion Precision Audio or Precision Power or whatever it was. Sort of Molex plugs. They're not easy to pull out. They are quite tight fit. However, for the person that doesn't really know much about them, there is an illustration to explain at the top, which I'll show you in a second, to instruct you on how they are wired for the plug. But essentially what it is the outer surface is your negative and then the inner pin is your positive. So it doesn't really matter whether you put it in this way or put it in the opposite way, so either like this or like this. Even though positive is on the top, negative is on the bottom, you can put it in upside down and it will still work because it more works on an outer and an inner, which is a little nice. Unfortunately, I kind of wish that they made it a little bit more obvious for the normal person because they may get confused on does the positive go on the top or the bottom. On the other side of the amplifier, there's not much going on here. It looks to be that there is a plate here that's meant to go, but it's obviously missing. A friend of mine gave me this because he sort of wanted me to test it and see what kind of power it made. So there's a couple of bits and pieces missing, a couple of bits of damage, but so be it. At the end of the day, it'll still work perfectly fine. So it looks like there's meant to be a flush panel here. You then have your gain switch, 0.1 volt to 1 volt or 1 volt to 8 volt. Then you have your low pass filter and your subsonic. Other than that, it's missing a whole bunch of stuff, which I'm assuming on the other models with your 4 channels, there would be additional settings there. But I guess it's that time of night. Let's strap this thing up to the dyno and see what kind of power it makes. Well, there we go, guys. That was definitely an impressive score from this little animal of an amp. Meant to do 1,000 and absolutely smoked it. You'll see that in the previous one, I did run the tests before I recorded the video, so that's probably why you realized that there was different colored fuses. That was sort of all I had. But we know why that originally had them changed, because we popped a fair few of them. Anyway, if you like what we do on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. I'm tuning out. See ya.